Happy Mother's Day.
I was gonna say Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Like when I made it.
Yeah.
When I made it is
Yeah.
when my mom passed away.
Got it.
So like I was in the magazines. I was on TV a lot. I was
Yeah.
at shows everywhere. And my dad, you would have talked to him? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Cause why? Cause I want to understand. Like I'm like, yo, dude, like if you're here, obviously because God loves you, and like I just want to understand a little bit of what you did outside because Jesus sat with the sinners. They didn't sin with the sinners. Keep the faith flowing.
I feel the Holy Spirit right now, bro.
You could ask God for anything right now. What would it be?
He's good. He's sovereign.
Your God that he flies very well.
Praise God. You hear that?
If this is not God, I don't know who it is.
Let God take over the wheel. That's when it started to work.
You know, I prayed for that one.
Faith over fear always.
Welcome back, Faithful Podcast. Hope you guys had a great past 2 weeks because now we're posting every other week. We used to post every week. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. Comment down below anything you guys want to see coming up in the channels, the episodes to come. Guys, I'm with someone very awesome today. Ex-bike painter and custom bike paint, but almost
still, unfortunately, still painting, but
Mr. Goodbye Works, Freddy. Freddy from Goodbye Works.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
It's good to be here.
Me answering like I'm everybody. You're like, how's everybody? I'm like, I'm good. I haven't been talking to you for the past few hours, but I'm good. Thanks for asking. You're gonna start us off with the prayer?
No, you are.
Come on.
No. Maybe some other day. Maybe when I come back, I'll do it.
All right, fine.
Second time around.
Fine.
Go ahead.
All right. All right, guys, let's kick us off with the prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer, Lord. We just want to thank you for this day. We want to thank you for this presence, Father. We want to thank you for this podcast. We want to thank you for Freddy and his girlfriend here as well. Lord, thank you for bringing them in peace. I hope that this is a blessed podcast. Lord, we just want to feel your presence and let you guide us. It's not about making us famous, but about making you famous. Father God, bless them on their way home. Bless their families that stayed behind. And most importantly, God, we ask that you bless tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Bless all the mothers out there that are listening. May their children feel the peace, Father, and bless their generations to come. All these things we pray. We love you, Father. Amen.
Amen. That was a good prayer.
Thank you.
You're very quick with it.
Yeah, I just try to
That's I'm usually quick, but if you listen to my podcast, I'm very not the way I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm very depending on what conversation we're in. Like my girl knows, like I'll be getting.
My thing was, I know how I tell you I don't prep, but I was trying to remember to say Mother's Day.
Right.
And so I'm like, I kind of sped through that one so I don't forget to say Mother's Day.
Right.
And I didn't want to say in the beginning. I was like, I'll say it towards the end. But then I'm like, oh, I should have just said in the beginning.
I'll say things and then I'll forget things. And that's why it's hard to do a podcast by yourself too, because there's no one interacting with you. So it's like hard to come up with something and forget something. I do have an outline of when I do. Like every podcast I have is more about teaching. Like what am I trying to show someone to like, if they're looking up something help? Because most YouTube videos I noticed are just very, very polished, very scripted.
Yeah.
Lighting's perfect, editing's perfect. And I feel that people that are really going through problems, they might follow that person and watch the video, but I feel like coming from a person that it's not really scripted and I do make mistakes, they feel a little bit more comfortable.
Makes sense.
I've noticed that even with like my business, my customers would come to me and be like, can I talk to you about something? I mean, I've had people call me blasted drunk saying my life's not worth anything. And I would talk them out of it. I'm not saying I'm anybody. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I think the way I give my presence and the way I say my words to people, and I'm careful with the way I say things, that they trust that I'm going to give them the right direction.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you got a trusting face. Just got a trusting face.
I feel like it feels like I'm on The Office right now. Where's Pam at? No, again.
Pan?
Is it Pam?
Pan?
Pam? Are you saying Pam? With a D on the
Step Brothers reference for you guys. If you guys don't know that one, Step Brothers, the interview.
Thank God I didn't use that on your wife when I first met her.
Oh, dude.
She would have punched me.
She didn't get it. I did show her.
Well, that's what I didn't. That's why I was thinking. I'm like, sometimes I gotta like not use references because I do it all the time.
No, I love references, dude. So
I do it all the time.
We're chilling.
And people will look at me and either get it or people will look at me and go, I don't know.
And it's funny too because when they don't get it and they're like, ah, ha, ha, and they're like laughing, you're like, dude, you don't know. You'd be laughing harder if you knew.
There was a funny thing that happened actually, real quick. Do you? And I know sometimes people like on certain podcasts, like I know what we're talking about here. I know that's supposed to be.
Don't worry about it, dude.
You understand what I'm saying? But I mean, there was a time and period where, you watched movies and it was Goodfellas. Did you ever see Goodfellas?
Never watched Goodfellas.
Okay, so Goodfellas is basically a mob movie, and it was good. It wasn't that. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. It was done in taste, is what I'm saying.
It was famous.
But it was a real life thing that happened.
Yeah.
It was called the Lufthansa heist. You ever hear of that?
No.
So it was a heist that the mob had done, and they knew that all this money was coming in on a plane or whatever. So like there was an inside guy. They all knew, like, it was millions of dollars, and it was called the one group of people was like Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. They were playing the characters that really did this heist, and they got the money in the movie. They got the money, and then Robert De Niro, who was the leader of the whole thing, was like, no one buys anything big. No one, because you know what I mean. Like they just robbed millions of dollars back
pretty
then,
obvious.
so it was like obvious. Like if you buy anything big, so they're at the club, and they're all celebrating. They did the heist or whatever, and one guy walks in. He has a Cadillac outside. His girl has a fur coat on, and he's like, "What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you not? You know what I mean? Not to buy anything big." So a couple weeks ago, someone in our area robbed a Binks truck for like, I don't know, a lot of money.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was 8 million. I think.
Ooh, snap!
Right, so that was like an inside job, but it was only like 4 blocks from our shop. So my business partner Joe, he's an Italian guy. He buys these side by sides now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I
So
love
yeah,
side by
everybody
sides.
likes that's the big thing right now. So he buys one like every month. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like he's crazy. So
And he sells them? Like,
no,
or he
buys
just-
them for himself, and
Oh.
then just like fixes it up, gets tired with it, sells that one, buys
Oh,
a new one.
yeah.
So it's funny. Like I knew he was getting a new one.
Yeah.
It was all decked out, right? And the Brinks truck got robbed the day before. So this is where I'm going, right? I lose people because I go on.
I see what you're saying now.
So now I go. So I the reference, like he got it, but no one else did.
Yeah.
So I come outside the next day, and there's a new side by side sitting in the parking lot. So I immediately go in the office because that's what I do every day. Like I'll be painting in the one shop, and I go in to like be comic relief for everybody.
Yeah.
And then I go back to work. So I come in and I start yelling at him. I said, "What did I tell you? What did I tell you about buying big purchases?" And everybody was like, "What are you talking about?" And he
Don't worry about it.
understood. Right.
Yeah, don't
He
worry about it.
understood. But that's so that about the references, that's what I live for that, but I know not everybody gets it.
But dude, I'm a big movie guy. I haven't watched Goodfellas though. I know I should.
It's not,
But it's famous enough where I should. Like everybody knows it. So
yeah, it's if you grow up in that, like, so you would, because you're Portuguese, I don't know what cultural thing holds true to you, like what you would, you know what I mean? Like what
Yeah.
were you brought up with? Because I was brought up with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I worked in a pizza shop for 4 years. I mean, mob guys were coming in.
you're
Like,
real
it,
Italian.
it was that. Like,
from Philly guys.
I
So-
saw a lot of stuff happen. I saw a lot of stuff happen.
Yeah.
Not like bad in front of me, but I'm saying
No.
like picking up money.
You know-
I'm like,
you
I
know
didn't
what it
know
was,
at
yeah.
14 years old. I don't know. I'm like Cologio and what was it? The Bronx Tale. So it's
I'm
like,
over here like,
yeah, right. So,
but I know what
don't
you
know.
mean. Like, I mean, in movies, what we see is like, oh, we're gonna protect you, right? Same thing.
Yes.
Obviously on the drugs and stuff like that, but like, it's mostly for protection. Type.
Yeah, but it was like, well, we were running. Not me personally, but I think they were like doing numbers or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I mean, all the people I knew, even when I moved to South Philly, it was just like I started seeing the people because I grew up in Kensington in Philadelphia, but it was an okay neighborhood when I was growing up, like in my teen years, 13,
Yeah.
14, whatever. And the pizza place I worked at, a lot of the people from South Philly that were members or whatever, they would come up. And
Yeah.
I think they would like running numbers or loans or loan sharking, whatever, inside the pizza place.
Oh, I
So,
see.
but as a kid, I don't know. But then I moved to South Philly when I'm 19 to start my business, and I start seeing the same faces because I'm right at
Yeah.
13th and Tasker, So like it's heavy right around there, Pass Young, Joey Molino, and all them guys. So it's just like you start seeing that stuff. But then even that, growing up, I was still very
Yeah,
in it. Yeah,
that's still pretty crazy.
I'm not a
though.
mob member. I'm
No.
saying no, I'm not in it like that. But I'm saying you grow up in
Me
it.
like, I think he's saying he's in it, but is he in it?
We're gonna take care of you. No, I can't.
Don't you worry about it.
But I mean, what did you grow up with, like culturally? Like,
So
what?
like here, I mean, there's a lot of Brazilians around here. So I mean, like I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, like it's mostly like soccer and like stuff like that.
we did too.
Yeah, but it's like the biggest thing we had to worry about was what they're not really like gangs. I guess I'd say more of like just Brazilian culture, bringing the Brazilian culture here and realizing that this isn't Brazil is like
Right.
where they had a tough time. But other than that, I mean, like, dude, it's just sports for me.
So it was just sports. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like more like gang thing, but like more like Italian things. Like what did you do during Christmas holiday? Like
Yeah.
there was like games that we played like tombola. It was kind of like
Oh, I see
Italian
what you're
bingo. That's
saying.
what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
not just that, but like we would usually Christmas was like the
Yeah.
Italian thing. Like
Everybody gets
everybody's
together.
cooking. Yeah, like everybody gets
Yeah.
together. It was more family oriented. That's why like when I say I don't celebrate Christmas the same way other people do. Like I
Yeah.
usually do it to get together with family.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, like, was there anything else? Like that's why I was joking with you on the phone when I said capoeira, because I grew up breakdancing too.
Yeah.
So capoeira was actually a
It's like-
big part of breakdancing.
It is a dance. It's
Yeah.
a,
I mean, it's
dancing martial art, right?
Yeah, it's basically but they use it
Yeah.
big time
Oh.
in breakdance and breaking b-boying. So
Really?
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
You didn't
sick.
know that?
No,
How'd
I
you
didn't
not
know that. I don't know capoeira. I know boxing.
Yeah, but capoeira is a big
But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't grow up much with the Brazilian culture. Like,
really
yeah, so my parents are Brazilian, right? But like I grew up kind of more the Americanized
right.
way.
So you grew up here.
Yeah.
You weren't born over there. Then
No, I'm born and raised here in Boston, right?
okay,
So, but like for example, like religious, everything I knew was Brazilian. It wasn't really American. You know what I mean?
right,
Stuff like that. Like I played soccer, which was like the Brazilian thing that I did. But I loved basketball. I love football. I love all sports. I'm a big sports guy in general.
right,
So then kind of that's what it was. It was just kind of like we get together. We'd have like food. Food is huge. Same thing with Italians. And we get together. The games that we played a lot was like, dude, I don't know. It was a lot of even the games. We played Uno. We played, you know what I mean? It was
Right.
American games. Like,
right. Okay.
yeah. So it's like I didn't really have much of a Brazil. Yeah, I really have much like other than food. Food
Yeah.
we stuck to being very
Food
Brazilian.
was good.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
food still is good.
That's cool.
And my mom's like, she's always about like. So my dad always wants everybody over.
Mm-hmm.
My mom wants to spend a lot of time with the family. And my dad's like, oh, family plus 10, which is kind of like how I ended up becoming like after a while. Now I'm like, dude, close people, and like that's it. But my mom was like, no, let's get together, just us four. And my dad's like, let's invite this person, let's invite that person.
I'm kind of like my girl knows that. I'm kind of like that. Like
Yeah.
if we're like out where we're going down, like I want to go see her mom. Like, can we invite other people? Because I want other people to be
But I'm
felt
like-
wanted. You know.
Yeah. And it's like, I have friends, for example, who don't have parents, who don't have family here.
Mhm.
So like sometimes we'll get together as a family. I'm like, but they're always here. They're always there. Like family, right? For me, it's like people when they're there for you like all the time. That's what I mean. I know we have like a blood family, but like I have friends who are always there with me. You know what I mean? Like always hitting me up and calling me every day, and oh yo, how you doing? Like stuff like that.
Right.
So I want to involve them when we're doing fun stuff, because I know they don't. It's Mother's Day and he doesn't have a mom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's the stuff that I like to.
That's what we're doing next weekend. We're gonna take her mom. I'm taking her out, and because Mother's Day this weekend is gonna be packed, so
Yeah.
so it's like I'd rather always go out, even like whatever holiday we celebrate together. I usually take my girl out the weekend before or after, just
Yeah.
because it's less busy, whatever. But we're taking another lady out that we go to bingo. I really sound old because
Dude.
we go to bingo with
When
her
you
mother.
said that, I was like, whoa, go to
Yeah,
bingo?
it's bad.
Is it on Thursday night or
It's on
Tuesday night?
Friday. It's even worse.
Dude,
Friday night. That's where I'm at with
That-
her mom,
that is a
my girl's mom.
bingo thing to say on a Friday night.
But there's a lady next to me. Her name is Barbara, and she to me, I felt like I don't think her son was coming to visit her or whatever. He probably did. I'm not saying he didn't, but
Yeah.
she lives by herself. I said, why don't you invite her to come to dinner with us? I think that's a nice
Yeah.
gesture. I think she'll, even if she turns us down, but still,
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm the same way though, especially because like some moms don't have kids who even want to talk to them. Some of them don't have kids.
and that's,
Well, they have kids if they're
that really-
moms, but
yeah, that stinks. It's like,
yeah,
you see someone and you just, you want to be, and that's what we're here to. This is what life is about too. Not just to act like we're good,
yeah.
but actually be good. Like
No,
be good to
100%.
each other, because it's about like behavior and how we act towards each
But
other.
that's what being a Christian is about. Like
Yeah.
loving one another, even though sometimes that lady might have pissed you off the day before, but guess what? Turn the other cheek, right? but not like we're flesh, so we don't just turn the other cheek.
Trying to do that. I know most parts most parts I am like that.
I have a question for you though,
What's that?
because I mentioned sports, and I remember no joke. I think since we spoke on the phone that one time,
Mhm.
and you said I'll tell you about the sports. I don't know if there's more that lead up to it. You can go back as far as you want,
Right.
but all I can think about is you told me like, oh, I don't really do sports.
Yeah, I don't. I know I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I
But
would
you
when
said
I was younger. I did soccer. I did rugby.
Yeah.
I did basketball. And I have a funny story. My mom, because I don't know how you were growing up, but we grew up really poor, like
Okay.
really poor. So poor that I had an idea. I got an idea from Tom and Jerry. Do you know what Tom and Jerry is? Because
Yeah,
you were all
no.
young. So now I'm like making references, and people are gonna be like, "Who's Tom and Jerry?" So it's a cat. It's a cartoon cat and mouse.
I know Tom.
You
I
know.
don't know that all they know Tom and Jerry.
Cartoon cat and mouse that was pretty popular in the 70s, 80s, I guess. I watched that, and don't feel bad for me like that. But sometimes
I love Tom and Jerry.
we didn't have a lot
Tom
of
and Jerry and Frosted Flakes, dude.
Yeah,
That's my
I
favorite.
didn't even have those. I had
the
flakes.
off-brand?
I had the off brand that said flakes with sugar. Like it wasn't even a tiger. It was like a small kitten on the box. It wasn't good. It wasn't
It
good.
didn't even taste like it.
No, like my mom was on, like we were on welfare, and we got like I'm really going back when I say things. So it's
Yeah.
like there was food, there was different color money. Anyway, let me get off the topic. So I got this idea from Tom and Jerry because we didn't have a lot of food in the house one day, and my mom and dad both worked. It wasn't like they were lazy, but it was just they were young when they had me, so it was just like that.
And
So-
just didn't meet.
I seen Tom or Jerry take a piece of bread and put sugar on it. So we had sugar and I had white bread, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm doing that, and I ate it. That's the kind of stuff. Like that's the
Yeah.
kind of sandwich I made. It was pretty bad, but like when I was growing up, we had different colored money. Do you know that?
No.
So in the food stamp system, back then in the 80s, instead of giving you like an access card like they do now,
Yeah.
that's no money or whatever, they had money currency that was different colors. It was a little
What?
booklet. Yeah. It was like a brown $10 bill.
Like a food stamp.
It was white. Yeah, it's food stamps. So
Yeah.
Okay. So you know.
Yeah. But
You
I
do
didn't
know.
I didn't know what it was. For me, food stamp is that card.
Oh no. So it was
used to be
literal
a real thing.
like a
Physical.
coupon book. Yeah, it had 5s, 10s, and 20s. The 10 was it was all white. They were
Yeah.
all white coupons, but they looked like money, but they looked like Monopoly money. It was like a brown $10 bill. My mom used to send, I was so embarrassed to go to the store. I can't even say this.
You could. I mean, it's up to you. You could say it. It doesn't make her a bad person.
Your mother and father's watching this, so I'm just like,
Nah, my parents are cheap.
no, some words I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything bad.
Oh
but
no, you could say it.
My mom,
Worst case scenario, if you want me to bleep it out later, I will.
well, they have to know because it's the joke. But so like I was little when I was
Yeah.
growing up. Of course, I was little when I was growing up. I was a kid.
Yeah.
But
Usually you're little.
when I was like smaller, like now I'm 6'1", so like no one really like when you're taller or whatever. But in the neighborhood, like kids used to pick on me. So if you go to the store, this is how you know in my neighborhood. Pam might know, but she grew up in Philly, how it is. So if you go to the corner store, your mom sends you to go to the corner store. It's like the timing is always off. When you go to the corner store, it just happens that the bully from
Is
the
waiting
neighborhood
for you.
is in there
Oh.
and like buying stuff the same time you're
Oh,
buying
man.
stuff. So you're like, you're just waiting to get jumped when you get out the store. So that's what I was always nervous about. So now my mom makes it even worse. Like she just ups the ante. She goes, here's a food stamp. I want you to get, food for us, whatever. Me a pack of cigarettes and tampons for me.
Oh boy.
I was like, why would you send me to do this for you? Like, this is
the
horrible.
worst.
Really,
That
right?
is the worst.
Because I kind of knew at my
Yeah.
age, I was like, I kind of knew what those things were. I didn't want to go buy them.
But your bully knew.
So now So now I had to buy them. I had to use food stamps because even though the whole neighborhood was probably on food stamps, they still
Yeah.
made fun of you.
Of course.
So now I'm at the corner store and I'm in there. I'm not even kidding, for like 30 minutes. And my mom is so mad when I got back. She's like, where you been? And I had to, like, the bully was up there.
Oh.
His name was John. And like, he was like, he was there waiting for me.
Yeah.
And I had to run home. But in there, I was afraid to spend this food stamp in front of anybody. And people kept walking in and out. So I had this like wrinkled up brown $10 bill in my hand, food stamp. And it's all sweaty and everything. And I'm like afraid to ask for tampon. It was bad. Like, it's just like, why would my mother put me through that? Happy Mother's Day.
I was gonna say Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
My mom was a real good mom. Thanks, Mom.
Oh man. But no, okay. Were they Christian? Were your parents growing up? No?
No, they weren't that until like later on.
Yeah. Were they believers?
I did do sports.
Oh yeah.
I stopped doing sports.
Sports.
I stopped doing sports because, real
Yes.
quick, is because I was more business oriented.
Oh, okay.
That's why. And I saw me if I even at a young age, I said if I sit there and watch these people make millions of dollars, I'm not going to do anything. So that's why I did
Makes
what I
sense.
did. So anyway, but yeah, so they my mom and dad had a rough life because this is one thing I known about growing up, and this is why I treat people really good.
Yeah.
Is because even before I understood who God was, is that I saw behavior, and I said I don't want a part of that behavior
Got it.
because I do have a bad temper from my mother. Because my mother was abused, she did abuse me, and it was hard growing up, being a little kid, and never knowing when you're going to get a beat down. Sometimes I needed it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
No, of
I
course.
feel that I needed it a lot,
Yeah.
but not as much in the way she did it because she was taking out her anger on me because maybe my dad did something or she reverted back to like when her mom would like call her ugly or because I found that out later.
Yeah.
Said she wouldn't amount to nothing. So her anger was, I guess, put on me. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's so then it's tough to understand now as an adult too, because we're like looking back and we just like, man, like how many times did I hate you? But like, you know, especially now that you have found Christ for yourself, you kind of feel that pain, like, wow, like I'm also full of mistakes, right? Like, and
Yeah,
we're just so
sure.
easy to point the finger. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, I definitely at the time
yeah.
I didn't understand. I was more afraid than anything. When I got bigger though, I pushed back. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, because my mom would really be, her temper was bad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bipolar bad or
she
like
was no, not
it was
like
just really anger.
anger. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, because it was like, she wasn't like, it was just flip off. It was just, and I'm not saying this, so don't get mad at me, women. But I think because she was more emotional and because this is, I think, too, where I learned to like really understand women because I saw my mom go through so much with my dad.
Yeah.
Not that my dad was a bad person. He was also depressed, going through things. Like, so just like I look around, I see all the guitar picks and stuff in the guitar. I'm like, my father was a really good guitar player.
Yeah.
He had, yeah, he was going to be in a band. Like, he was a studio engineer for
What's that?
some big people.
That's awesome.
Like, my dad was a really, really good guitar player.
He just suffered with.
And, well, they had me. So I
Oh,
feel bad in a way, too, because they had to stop. He had to stop what he was doing to
To
go
take
work
care.
at Nabisco, that cookie company in Philly.
Wow.
So I think my dad started drinking because of that. And I think because of the way his parents treated him. My grandmom was not the best grandmom. Like, you know, like, a lot of
Yeah.
people have like great stories about, you know, my family was the best. And like, my family was okay, but they had a lot of things that they were hiding. And my grandmom was very tough. And she just would do things and say things that weren't necessarily good, you know.
Yeah.
And I think my dad couldn't deal with certain things. And then, like I said, he just had to stop doing guitar. And then my mom and dad, they get together. And because my mom has so much baggage, she thinks my dad's not being romantic or whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause my dad was not, he was not good at being romantic. He was not good at like saying the right thing. And then on top of that, he was drinking and doing some drugs, unfortunately. So I saw that.
Yeah.
And that's why people will look at me and go, oh man, you motorcycle gang and drugs. And I'm like, no, never did one because I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I saw what happened.
Do you ride?
Do I ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd ride BMX and I do all kinds of stuff. That's the one sport I do like. So if I'm saying sports,
Yeah.
BMX and breakdancing, because I the neighborhood I grew up in is when hip hop really started,
That's sick.
came in. So people would knock on if anybody, I always say this on my other podcast, people would come to you because before phones, people would come to your door and knock on your door and say, is that person there? And then your mother or father would go get you and you would come outside. But people would come to me and say, yo, they're breaking on the street on the corner. Come down. They want to challenge you. So it's like we
That's so
had,
fun.
yeah, it was like a different time period. People don't realize
Yeah.
it was really like more connected. People
Yeah.
did stuff, but
That's awesome. So,
That
and because of all this too, you saw. So that's why I remember we talked very briefly about this. So you saw all this, and that's why you didn't go to drugs, like because you didn't want that life, or was this
yeah.
something else too? Like you always understood.
Even that neighborhood was so bad.
Yeah.
It was good,
Yeah.
but it was still bad. Like a lot of gangs started moving in, and like drug dealers on the corner. So the problem with Kensington was this. Excuse me. The reason why it got so bad was there was a lot of factories
Mhm.
in Kensington, and it was a thriving neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the factories started closing down, and the people were stuck there paying for houses. They all went broke. So then the drugs
Right.
start moving in, and then just the neighborhood started to slowly deteriorate. So
Yeah.
that's really what happened. It wasn't like always a bad neighborhood, but I guess the industrial part of it just left, and then you had all these poor people trying to survive.
Wow.
But I saw that, and then plus I really do feel, not that I'm anything special, but I know that for a fact I stayed out of trouble because I feel God was always in my head.
Yeah.
Because this is what I say to people, and some people will not believe me or whatever. It's fine, but as long as I'm on the right path, I'm fine.
Yeah.
God will deal with me when I'm done here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say anything that's totally out of whack. Is where I'm going with it. But I do feel like if you really think about it, you're conscious, and we talk about our common sense.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this guy has no common sense. This woman has no common sense. That is God. That is the Holy Spirit. Because why is your common sense always telling you to do the right thing in a
100%.
situation?
Yep.
And then, it's because when people say, oh, we have free will, then, how can I word this? Like you have free will, but God's in you. Yeah, God's always in you. But
Yeah.
if you keep pushing that voice out, you will go the other route. Like
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense because people will say like, oh, we have like free will. And I think that's God gives us that on purpose to see what we choose to do. And then
So that's the thing too. We have free will, but he's gonna always keep trying to put a fence in front of you, and you're gonna hop that fence. You know what I mean? Like, and then once you start like departing from God, you don't all of a sudden you don't see that fence as like, oh, this is God trying to stop me. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I hopped the fence a couple of times, I'll hop it again. You know what I mean?
I do believe that, and I don't know what most people that believe in God think, but I do believe all this is for our good.
100%.
This whole world is for our good. That we have free will for a reason,
Yep.
like because God does. He's in the business of making great human beings.
Yeah.
He's not in the business to make some fake people that dress nice on Sunday, because that doesn't cut. Like that doesn't make the cut. You can come, so if you want to deal with sports, like you can come dressed in the best uniform with the best helmet all day. If
Best
you ain't
cleats.
playing the game, guess what? You're getting cut from the
Yeah.
team. And I do feel like all this stuff is, and this is, I guess, basically coming from me because I'm an artist. I think more,
Yeah.
not strange, but more deeper. And I'm not saying I'm thinking any deeper than you.
No.
I'm not saying that at all. But like me and my stepson will go to a movie because we love Marvel movies and
Yeah.
stuff, and all kinds of like Batman, Spider-Man, whatever.
Me too.
So we go there, and at the end of the movie, I'll be like asking questions, and he knows I'm like joking, but I'm like serious. I'm like, what does Thanos do? Like when he's not killing planets,
I think the
does he
same
go to
way.
the bathroom?
Yeah.
Does he make a ham and cheese sandwich? Does he do? You know what I mean?
I actually think
Like,
the same things,
it's like,
dude.
think about it. It's
Yeah.
like, they're always suited up.
Yeah.
Do they do anything else?
Yeah.
It's like,
Do they ever throw a football around?
right. So it's like I'm always thinking about God in that sense. I'm like, is this because I'm always at work alone a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's not many people interacting with me. That's why I said earlier, like I'll go in the main office where Joe is and his brother Timmy, and I'll crack a
Same
joke.
building?
Yeah, same building. So there's like 3 bays, and I share a bay with a body shop now because I used to have a really big place in South Philly, but I downsized, and that's another story. But I'll always go in to the other shops and joke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh wait, no, because we were talking about what do they do in their free time?
Here we go.
I lose my train of thought all the time too, dude.
Bad.
I'm already like I already have like
So
another
bad.
question. Like that's how like
Yeah,
far ahead I am.
Talking to myself in the basement is tough. So tough.
See, this is what it does to you. You see that? This is why I
But-
need a bigger space.
Yeah.
You need
I
to
think,
expand.
being alone. Right. So being alone in the shop, I have headphones in. And So this is something that maybe you have thought about too, Judas. Have you
Yeah.
ever thought about him as a person?
Like outside of what we heard.
Like, yeah, he went against Jesus,
Yeah.
right? When I tell people this, like most people don't even know the story. Not a lot of people like understand
No,
the
no.
Bible. They think they do.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and this is where normal. I don't want to say like, I don't know how like to phrase it, but like normal people that claim to be Christian will look at me and go, "No, that's not what it is." And I'm like, "No, but listen to what I'm saying
I
first."
think I know where you're going with this. And I agree.
I look at Judas and I say, he was a human being that played a part in the downfall of Jesus because he had to,
Yeah.
right? Please don't get offended by this.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
hoping you
no.
don't get offended. I'm hoping everybody else
No.
don't get offended by this. I'm not saying this but I still, it doesn't mean anything like God's going to, like as soon as I see
No,
guys like,
no, no.
you're in hell now. That thing you said on the podcast.
That
I didn't
was
like it.
horrible.
It's
No,
like-
you're good.
But so I'm sitting there, and this is when I was going through like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like very emotional. I think growing up with my mother, because my mother took care of me most of the time. My dad was working a lot. So my mother, even though we had some problems, my mother did take care of me. Let me like make that clear. My
Yeah.
mom just didn't beat me. No, she took care of me. Like she really showed me how to be a man. Like she showed me everything. And then when she started coming to God, she understood better. But I think I'm more emotional because I was with my mother more
Mhm.
and I seen her go through more stuff.
Got it.
So I think I gravitate towards, like, I'll watch a movie and cry. I'll listen to a song and cry. I can listen to an Eminem song and cry.
Yeah.
And it could be like the greatest verse ever. And he's battle rapping someone. And I'm just like, I get goosebumps and I'll start. It's weird. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but
So I said sports big for me. Music's bigger. Like
yeah.
music is my like biggest thing. Like I listen to a song and I'm just like vibing. But then again, I also go back to what you do in movies. Like you kind of like, oh, like what, you know what I mean? Like in my head, I'm like, why did he think like how did he think of this? Oh, did he say this? And I'm always like researching him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think he was talking about like God here, and I'll like research and find out later he was. Yeah. Anyways.
I went to see the movie Bumblebee when they did the 80s version of it.
Mhm.
And
I know what you're talking
by
about.
myself.
But I didn't see that one.
I saw it. It was a really good movie. I cried. I was by myself in the movie theater. Like I'm like that.
Why were we? Oh,
Guy.
because they replayed it.
Yeah,
Like, recently.
No.
Like when you were a kid.
No, the newer one. The newer Bumblebee movie.
Okay,
It was
okay,
like
okay.
80s esque.
Oh,
It
I
was
didn't
like
know.
it was like we'll get back to the other story. The Rogue Star Wars. So like the Rogue One is about
Yeah.
the actual pilot that took down the Death Star. So
Oh.
Bumblebee, it was like a standalone movie about Bumblebee himself.
It was like
remember?
with Haley Steinfeld in it. I think I know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know the names. You got me on that
I was
one. But I
gonna-
know you understand. But it was
Yeah.
like but it was very heartfelt, and I was by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's like,
Dude, I'm an
it's
emotional
big,
guy. I know.
but- so like I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to God. I'm like, I'm like, God, why? Why did Judas have to, like, is Judas in hell? It's like that sucks if you think about it.
Yeah.
He knew, like, everybody, I guess in the grand scheme of things, like Judas had to betray Jesus, right?
in order for him.
In order for him to fulfill what he had to do. So I say, God, does he have to go to hell? But he had to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So this is how I see things. God don't waste. God's all loving. If we go and look at the verse of what love is, right?
Yeah.
In Corinthians, is it right? Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is forgiving. Love is not slow to
You
anger.
want me to praise
Yeah, I
for
mean,
it?
just because I'm pretty sure I'm right, but
No, go ahead.
so like I'm thinking like if I feel sympathy, because we were just talking about that, like you were just saying, like you see someone and you're like, you have to be forgiving to the lady that's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. If I see Judas and go, oh, I feel bad for him. His whole life is not really free will. It's like his life was to, someone has to betray Jesus.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, because some Christians will tell me he's done with God. He's done, like no, you don't understand the story. I don't think you understand. Someone had to betray Jesus. I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that guy. So I'm saying what you're saying is God is not loving and he's wasteful. He's wasteful of a human being? No.
Well, it's also that Bible verse where it's what the devil intended for evil, God turns to good.
Right.
Paraphrasing.
But I seen that, and I'm not lying to you when I
Yeah.
say this, because I'll tell you, when God speaks to people, it's when you don't necessarily have the right thoughts, and the right thought comes to you and it makes a lot of sense. Or it's like, let's say you're like crying and you're upset, and then this voice tells you to do this, and you're like, oh, that actually makes sense. That's God's voice. It's not, you know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
the Bible verse says it's like the still small voice in your head. That is God. It's
Mhm.
not the one. It's just like telling you to do the wrong thing or the bad thing, whatever. But and I'm like, God, I feel so bad for this person. I was like, what about him? And you don't have to believe me, but the voice in my head said, did you ever think he might be a character in all this, and he just has to play the part because something has to be fulfilled? Trust God. Like, God's not sending everybody to hell like everybody says. I'm not saying that's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
But I
yeah.
don't feel, listen, God made skin. So he's on a different level than us. And we put him in a box like he's like us.
Yeah.
I feel like we have all the same emotions as God, of course, right? Because
Yeah.
God's angry. So
Yep.
he shows it in the Bible, like God's angry, God's patient. He can control what we can't. And I feel like that God's given us the opportunity to understand what good and evil is, so that in a broken body we make the choice of good.
100%. And here's the thing too, what we, me and you are both, I feel like we're fighting for Jesus. We want people to love Jesus, love God the way we do, right? And so one thing that I say about that is like people will be like, "Oh, but you guys are similar. You guys, you know what I mean? You guys are laughing. You guys are both funny people." Yeah, but a big difference, for example, is, and I want to show people this because I want people to understand that you can live with each other in harmony and in peace and in love, even though you're two separate people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like for example, you don't really like to go to church. You know what I mean? We have different views on church. I personally, I do. I love to read my Bible. I pray, but I love to go to church as well, right? Like I love to go worship. Like I told you, music's huge. I love to go worship. I love to go. You know what I mean? Like feel the presence of God and learn with others and have that community. Me personally, and I
Right.
respect the fact that you don't. That's you know
Right.
what I mean. That's between you and God. I'm not sitting here trying to shove church down your throat. I'm just sitting here be like, okay, the qualities you have and the qualities I have, we're no better than anybody else, but let's just show people how to live in love, right? Which is something I just thought about. Like it's not like something we
Right. Because
prepared.
that's God saying it to you. And this is
Exactly.
what I always try to bring to the table, that where a lot of people get, especially Catholicism, and I'm not saying that the people in the Catholic Church are necessarily bad. I'm not saying that. It's
No,
the
no.
ideology of a lot of religions. And if you look at it, once you're conformed to a religion, you start to get brainwashed thinking that is the way to the gate to heaven,
Mhm.
by doing a whole bunch of things in performance. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Because
100%.
if I had the checklist off, if I'm doomed, I did this today, I did this today. I hear a lot of people say, I did my good deed for today. I'm like, how about you do 17 good deeds for today?
Literally.
Why do you say these things? Because you're already stuck in this pattern. And that's why I always seen Jesus as not a pattern. Jesus always talked to us about behavior when he was here. Behavior. The
100%.
Good Samaritan. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The two brothers, the one that left and got all his money and came back, and the other one was mad, and the other one was like
Some people
loved.
do it for credit. That's why. Because some people think that they're gonna get some credit with God, and it's like a
Right.
credit card. Oh, I'll swipe later whenever I need him.
You
You know what I
think,
mean?
there is a verse that says, lay up treasures in heaven. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true, but genuinely,
Yes.
I really do feel when God says in the end, and people stand before. I'm not sure the verse now, but
Yeah.
it's people say, but we did things in your name.
Yeah.
It says it. We did things in your name, and I see those same people that are in the building called church. They're saying to God, but we did these things in your name. We did everything. We thought, and God's like, get away from me. I don't know you. God's saying, I know who you are,
Yeah.
but you were never genuine. And that's why I
course.
try to tell people, when God says he knows your heart, he's talking about the genuineness of it. You can go around all day and do things and, film yourself giving money to a homeless person. But that's also a Bible verse that says,
What the left
they're,
hand does.
yeah, that too. But like
Yeah.
everything you do is a filthy rag. But it's like, and I say to myself, it's like, not everything we do is filthy rags. That's another verse I can't stand with Christians do use, that everything we do is a filthy rag. The reason why I say this is because, like, God's on another level.
Yeah.
Because he made people, he made humanity.
Yep.
And then he gave us the opportunity to make humanity. Your wife gave birth to 2 kids.
Yep.
And you look at them as precious, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever look at them and go, everything you do is a filthy rag? So when Christians tell me that, like, slow your roll, because, and please, I'm not saying it like to be mean. I'm just saying, like, think about what you're saying. God gave us the opportunity to create like he did.
Yeah.
So hopefully we would open our eyes and say, wow. I was like, so because God is happy and pleased with us at points. What he's saying with the filthy rag is the people that are not genuine. Everything you're doing for looks and credit, that's a filthy rag. Because what did you do it for? You did it for yourself. You did it to show yourself, not to display love and what God's true love is.
And not to mention too, if you make that video and that video hits 1 million views, it's not what you did.
Right.
It's God that did that. God gave you the strength to go out there. He gave the knowledge to go do what you did. He gave you the money to go do what you did. So if you take God out of the equation, what did you actually do?
Right. God talks through us to show us what we should truly be to get back to the God relationship. That's why there's like those terms. That's why I said if you're really paying attention to like even like Greek, is it Greek terms? I think like agape love and all that stuff.
Yes.
Phileo and all that.
I love those.
Yeah.
Like
So
that scene. I was gonna say that scene. Well, yeah, technically it is a scene. When Jesus comes to Peter, he's like, "Do you love me?" And he used the different terms of love. That's like one of my favorite.
Yeah, because, and that's where I feel we are with relationship too, as man and woman, because I also feel that there's different stages of love. Like you get with someone, and in this day and time, forget about it. It's about sex, and it's about leaving to the next one, and now it's like we lost the value, and the devil is very strategic. I always say, like I think the Marines say, it's like, know your enemy the best. And a lot of people don't know the enemy anymore. Even the Christian people and religious people, they don't know the enemy. Like they don't know their enemy. And we're slowly like a frog in boiling water.
Yeah.
Like we don't know until it's too late. They're just doing it, and they're just doing it and feeding us nonsense. But it's like in the sense of like relationship, it's like, it's crazy how we're born and me and you are going through this life. We're all going through this life.
Yep.
To eventually what? Get back to the God relationship when we die.
Yeah.
When you go out with Pam, you start going out with her. You take her out on dates. You get to know her. That's like you reading the Bible and going to church. You're getting to know God. You're taking God out on dates. I'm not saying I'm weird, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're getting to know Pam. There's such a correlation between us and God and what he's allowed us to experience on this planet.
Yeah.
And it's like we get to the agape relationship with your better half.
Yeah.
You start out in the eros, then it gets to the phileo, like the more romantic. You're like, oh, I'm taking Pam out here.
Yeah.
She loves me. I'm giving her flowers, whatever. And then we get to the point where no matter what you do, she forgives you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the agape love.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we get to that point. And in the same sense, as humans, we're trying to get to that point with God.
I was just too perfect. He created us in his image, right?
Right.
And so therefore we gotta remember that we have to honor that. Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like when I'm not honoring my wife, I'm also not honoring him. Because not only is she his daughter, so you know what I mean? Like imagine the father-in-law when you come home be like, oh dude, like, your daughter's crying because of me. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be pissed.
And that's why I say we think that, and I'm not saying that when you go to church that what you're doing is not worship. That's what you in your head, and that's your relationship with God. That's great. I'm not.
Yeah.
I never tell people like, oh, don't go to church. I'm like not that bitter person.
Yeah.
I'm fine. But if you're good, I'm good. But I've got burnt by a lot of churches. But what I'm saying is like worship to me is when I truly treat you right.
Yeah.
And everybody, because you know why? That's going to make a lot of difference. Because there's another verse that says, those I can trust with little, I can trust with much.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
So we have about 80 years to live on this planet. That's the little.
Yeah.
Eternity is the much. We can't bring another Hitler into eternity because we don't know what he's going to do, because he's not genuine at heart.
Yeah.
And who knows if he did change of heart at the last minute and he's great.
It's not.
And you see him in
not up
heaven,
to
you're
us
like,
to judge.
what's he doing here?
Like,
get him out.
If I saw him, I'd be like, yo, can we talk? Like,
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
Something's wrong.
I would want to talk straight
You
to
would
Hitler.
talk to him? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Because why? Because I want to understand. Like I'm like, yo, dude, like if you're here, obviously because God loves you, and like I just want to understand a little bit of what you did outside, because Jesus calls us to. Jesus sat with the sinners. They didn't sin with the sinners,
Right.
right? So that's the thing where like people from, you know what I mean, like, and I'll say this, I mean, like mostly religious people will be like, oh, like you can't really go with that person because he's a sinner, but and I'm like, you're a sinner too. Don't forget, and there's
Right.
no such thing as like different. I mean, like
Right.
there is like the two sins, you know what I mean? But other than that, we're sinning. If we've sat here and you've thought something about somebody, you're sinning.
We're all doing it.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it all day. Like there's no
And
one
I get
perfect.
it. There's someone who lives a filthy lifestyle, and you don't want your son to hang out with them.
Yeah,
And
that's different.
that's different. But he shouldn't be treating that person bad. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, because if I make the decision to make the right choices all the time, I become the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, dang.
what?
Like I'm rubbing off on you. What's that word? Like if
Oh,
I'm
oh boy.
like
I
a
have
leader
no
and a
idea.
follower type of deal. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't become the follower anymore. I become like if you're the one that's a mess
yeah,
and you're looking at me and you're like maybe I don't know Freddie's something about Freddie. I want to start being
yeah,
like that. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
lot of kids
An
follow.
example.
An example. There you go.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, Jesus was the example of what humanity is supposed to be like.
100%. But look at the people who walked with him.
Right.
They
And that's
and
what
they were
and
with
that's why
him,
I don't
dude. Like,
believe, labeling them saints. I'm like, it's okay. They didn't become we're all saints that believe in Jesus. We're all saints. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of definitions have changed.
yeah,
Saint, the word saint, the way they made it, is means that you're so pristine,
you're,
perfect.
yeah,
It's not. It
got
doesn't.
the word.
It means that you are on your way, um, back to God's relationship, the family, right?
Mhm.
But you're still messed up here. That's where God's like. That's why like I take every verse into consideration. I just don't pick and choose what I want because
Yeah,
it says if I didn't make you perfect, so you should not boast or whatever. I'm
yeah,
probably paraphrasing, but and I said okay, so He puts us here. He doesn't make us perfect, so that in a broken body, we're struggling to make the right decision. That
yeah,
makes a lot of sense to me because I feel God is happier with the people that are struggling
yep,
and making the right decision but not so happy with the people like the Pharisees who wear and dress up nice and go, I don't do this or that.
yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you too, I used to follow a guy that I looked up to for years. And this is how I came to the conclusion, like, okay. It's all right to think like the way I'm thinking. Because this guy was touring the world talking about God. And he was like so like I'm like, man, he understands, like
yeah,
really understands God. He's a man of God, right? And then he gets caught after he dies doing sexual stuff to women. So do I turn my back on him and say, no, he's a flawed human. He's in a broken body. But it just goes to show you like all these people prancing around acting like they're good.
yeah,
And like this verse says this. And oh, you're having a hard time with your relationship? Go to this verse. Like that's
yeah,
live the life, bro.
100%.
Don't tell me to go to a verse.
Yeah.
That's not helping me. Tell me that you've been through something and say, hey,
Your
come over.
testimony.
Yeah, like that.
Use your
Like, yeah,
testimony.
come over and talk to me, or like don't put me out. Don't shun me. That's
Yeah.
not good. A lot of religions do that. They shun a member, or they make you feel like you need to know something
Yeah.
like else, like they do. But that's also a sin, like you just said. They're prideful. It's
They are.
the pride, like, and it's like you walk around like the Pharisees do, and then what?
Yeah.
You're whitewashed tombs, dead inside, but you're outside. You look really good.
It's one of those things we gotta be careful with what we say, with what we do, and just kind of finalizing on that whole thing about kind of like the sinner versus like the perfect saint. Um, it's fine to not let your son go out with them and go party with them.
Right.
That's fine, 100%. But it's not okay that if that person who is the sinner, the bad person, is hungry,
Right.
and you say no, you're not going to give them food
Yeah.
because even though they make bad decisions, whatever, they're hungry.
Right.
And Jesus fed everyone. He
And
didn't
that's what I
ask.
said.
He didn't ask any application to be fed. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna feed." I mean, he didn't need it anyways. But like, he didn't say, "Oh, no, sorry, I can't feed you because you sinned. You did this. You did that. You killed this person." No, that
Right.
wasn't the question.
Everybody has a fair
100%.
fair
And
shake.
so it's not up to us to judge these people. It's up to us to just love each other, and that's
That's it.
it.
You're right. The behavior is it. And
That's
then
it.
if you keep on going back to the verse of what
Yeah.
love is, then you start to act differently. That's where I see the whole word repent coming. Your change of mind, your change of heart.
Yeah.
It's like you change your behavior because that makes sense in a long term.
Yeah.
Was there an earthquake?
I know, right? What was that?
Long term, you can. If I can prove to God with, like, let's say we have an argument,
Mhm.
but we come back and we make it right.
Yeah.
You can live that type of life in eternity.
Oh,
You
100%.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means I can always trust you. You could always trust me.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense. If that's what God's doing, like, it's just not about just being on time for church and knowing a whole bunch of verses and having a Bible study on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's what God wants. God wants you to love each other, like love each other.
Yeah. And obviously, I
Open
mean, like,
arms.
doing the
Not,
Bible study and doing all that stuff is yes, you should be wanting to get closer to God
right.
and learning about it. You know what I mean? And learning about everything and what happened, because we can learn from all those people. Biggest thing we learn, I feel like, in repetition is that nobody is perfect but him.
Right.
But we're the first people to be like, nah, like that person's less
Well,
than me.
that's where I think when you become excuse me.
Very good.
We didn't talk about mothers at all.
I know, right? We'll do the next one.
I'm
We'll do
just
the next
thinking,
one.
I'm like, my mom, she was such a good mom. Say one thing about her.
No, we'll do the
No,
next
but
one.
I mean, like, I think it's the human condition, though,
Mhm.
where we go to school, we go to college, we become a doctor, we become a lawyer, we become someone. Is the word prestigious? Like you're up there,
Yeah.
and you retain all this knowledge, you become prideful.
Yep.
And that's where I think Genesis makes it makes the right sense where it says it was don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Mhm.
They got a lot more knowledge, and then we started making the rules.
Yeah.
See the problem? We already had the rules. The rules were right, but I think God allowed it to happen to where I want to see what you do
Yeah.
with my power. It was kind of like the movie Bruce Almighty.
Well, it's what are you doing with the little that I already gave you too? Because like he gave them everything.
Right.
All he said is don't do that.
Right.
But they wanted more.
Yeah.
And how
and
can
it's-
God give more
Right.
if you're mishandling the little?
And it's, I think when people go to church and they do become better. A lot of people do become better.
Oh, 100%.
They stop drinking or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
great. But when you become that and you forget who you were, because everybody didn't go to college. Like
Yep,
if you no, but I'm saying, like, you were like I was once 18.
Yeah.
So then me and my friend who went to college, he got better than me. Like he
Mhm.
didn't get better than me. There's no friend. I don't none of my friends went to college like
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying, like, I have a
Was it
friend.
John? Was it John the bully?
No, I don't know what happened to him.
Really?
He did get beat up though eventually.
Oh, did he?
I
It
felt
was,
bad.
it was just a good ending to
He
the
got-
movie.
But he got beat up. I feel
You know the
bad.
movie when it like plays the faces? John went on to do this and that. Freddy went on to paint bikes. He's actually really successful, but he's done.
Yeah. It's like but they get all this pride in them because, oh, I did this and I paid for college and I got to this tier
Yep.
that you haven't gotten to. So now I'm better than you. And that's, I
Yeah.
think, how church people get to. Church people get that way. Like, oh, I'm at church every week and I do this and I know the and you gotta get the love of the Lord in you. Like, once you start speaking like that and people don't understand that information, they get weirded out.
They do.
That's why I try to keep it plain.
Got it.
Not to be mean, like, and
No.
not to say I don't go up to someone and go, "Hey, you want to pray real quick?" I don't do that because that they don't understand that.
Yeah.
So they don't understand it, and I say it to them in a way like, it's like I talk to them about their problems, and then I
Mhm.
say, like, my problems, and then it goes
Got
from
it.
there. Like,
Yeah.
then you can introduce God.
Yeah.
But if you're standing outside of 7-Eleven and you see some guy crying, and you say, "Hey, you want to pray, brother?" Like,
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes it's just off.
Yeah.
And I think that we got into this point in this world where everything is a TV type scenario.
Yeah.
Because
I'm very big. I think we talked about this earlier, like about feeling the room. So, like, for example, today I'm big on like the whole praying thing, but I'm the same way. Like, I won't, if I see someone standing there with the Bible and crying, different scenario. I'm at church. I feel to pray someone, I go pray for them. But if I'm on the street, I see someone crying, like, hey, is everything okay? I don't go, hey, man, like, you need Jesus. Like, that's why you're crying. It's like,
a lot of people do that.
that person's going to be like, you don't even know why I'm crying yet. But
Right.
and then they'll shut out Jesus because they just think that that's what it means. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like we're just those pushy Christians,
Right.
but there is people who do need that as well, which is why I tell people I feel like we're different positions on a team. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if defense plays D and the offense plays offense, goalie plays goalie,
I
everybody just
like
does their
yeah.
job.
I like taking time with people.
Mhm.
Just because I've seen so many things. Even my mom, like growing up, when she did become uh Christian, she even as a kid, like I knew when she was getting fooled. Like I was
Yeah.
like, but there was one time. Do you remember Benny Hinn? You don't know that guy?
How was that?
So he was a TV evangelist, which I couldn't stand. That I was younger and I couldn't stand him. I was like, Mom, like I just yelled at my dad. Like my dad passed away a while back, a couple years back, but he was living with me, and I just found out like he bought things off TV and like a prayer rag. I'm like, Dad, don't you dare buy these things. They're liars. They're not. You know how much money they're making off these people like you? And I felt bad for my dad though, because when
Yeah.
my mom passed, my dad fell apart.
Oh, okay.
So I basically lost both parents in a sense. Like my
I didn't even
mom,
know. I thought your mom was still alive.
oh no, she passed away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she passed away,
Sorry
and
to hear.
then like my dad just didn't live a good life. Years, I mean years after that, and I felt bad during that time too because I didn't do the right thing because I was too busy on my path
Yeah.
to getting famous, and because I thought that was the way to go. Because when my mom passed away, I was like 24, 25.
So you just focused on.
So I knew to myself, I was like, wow, life is really short. And I said, I never got a chance. Like I bought my mom a car. Like, but then I was like, I went to buy my mom a house. I wanted to do things that I didn't get a chance to do. So I started
Yeah.
speeding up the process, and I really messed up business.
Wow.
And I never let anybody know because I hit everything.
And-
Not that I was doing anything bad like that,
Yeah.
but I was just I was borrowing money from the street. Like I was like trying to like push things, like make things bigger, like get
Yeah.
this, go there, do this, and then I wasn't paying attention to my dad deteriorating in the background. I would
Yeah.
visit him,
Yeah.
but I
yeah.
mean, I was kind of like mean in the way because I wanted my dad to be like me. Like I couldn't like it wasn't like it was like I was looking up to my dad anymore. Like, oh, my dad's the one like I look
Yeah.
up to. I was like, you gotta be like me, like you tough, like just don't
Push
worry
through
about
it.
it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
go out, start doing stuff again, like start playing guitar again. And he just couldn't, and I felt bad. But like at the end, when he started living with me, um, I felt so bad. You got to move in with me, and then, like you live with me. So he lived with me like during
Yeah.
COVID for his last 4 years of his life. That was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And so wow, that's insane. I thought they were both alive still, but
Mm.
so then your father, he what's it called? Once that whole thing happened, he moved in with you right away, or he was like what, 2 years, a year by himself, or a few years by himself?
Oh no. So yeah, that's why I said it was like I had some animosity towards my father because like he would never come. Like when I made it,
Yeah.
when I made it is
Yeah.
when my mom passed away.
Got it.
So like I was in the magazines, I was on TV a lot, I was
Yeah.
at shows everywhere, and my dad wouldn't come to the shows.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, and it wasn't because he didn't want to.
That's my question.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like because he was like, um, my dad was really weird with cars, like his
Hmm.
cars. He was a motorhead.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I got into the business in
Got
the
it.
first place, painting cars and motorcycles. But he didn't want nobody touching his car, scratching his car. So he didn't want to bring it down to the city because that's where most of the shows were. Or
Yeah.
he didn't. He stayed inside all the time.
Wow.
That's what he did. And so I was mad at him for it. I was like, just come. I know you're proud of your son. Just come, show up.
You don't have to even bring your cars. You just want his presence.
That's why I feel like a lot of my stuff might seem bitter, but I'm not bitter. But it's like even my shirt, the one shirt I designed for the Killer Creations business says Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt. In any sense, it's like always been me. It's
Yeah.
like I know there's been people on board sometimes, but it's always been me.
You know what's funny though? Now that I just put some pieces together,
Mhm.
you were upset because all you wanted was his time there,
Yeah,
and all he wanted was your time when your mother passed.
Yeah.
Instead, you put it into getting famous and in business, and that was in your head. It's not that didn't make you a bad person.
right.
You were trying to do for him what you couldn't do for her, and show him, look, be proud of me.
Yeah,
But you focused so much on business that you just didn't give him your time too.
yeah. We both at the end of it all, it was good because we lived together and he drove me nuts, but.
But that's the best kind.
Yeah. But
That's
I
the
mean, it
best
was
kind.
good that he was with me in the end because I felt he needed that. I
Yeah.
cleaned him up and because he just wasn't taking care of himself. And I was like, Dad, you gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
and he just couldn't get out of it. So I got him out of it for like 4 years straight. But he had cancer really bad, so that finally took him.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we'll end it here because I want to get into the motorcycle and that stuff next.
You have a
So
visitor.
what's up, dude? What's up? Go over there. Go look right there. Go over there. Sorry, guys, my son came in here. And then so yeah, we'll get into that. But guys, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. God bless you guys. Just, a little bit like how grateful I am for my mom is, you know what I mean? Like she was always very, very tough on me, but in a good way. But she was always like, oh, like you need to do better, you need to do this, you need to do that. But she also knew when to like, it's okay. Like my
Yeah.
mom was very good about that. My dad was always kind of like explosive. My mom was always very like loving and kind. Yeah.
My mom was different. My dad was cool when we were younger, but my
Yeah?
mom was more explosive. My mom was the same as your mom, like tough,
Yeah.
minus the other thing. But like, my mom was like always keeping me on the right path, keeping me out of like, don't hang around those kids,
Yeah.
So like, that's where my mom really did show up like all the time. She was really good.
My dad had a hard time also turning off pastor mode at home. So like
Yeah.
he wanted me to be like perfect in a sense of like being the perfect child.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, you're fine, but whatever you do, you better do it at 100%. And I'm going to help you push you do that.
Right.
But she was always very like, it's okay. You know what I mean? And my dad was like, no, you could do better. Da, da. But he was very loving too. My dad
Right.
was awesome. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's how my dad was.
he just didn't have a lot of time. Like he was always very busy.
Yeah.
But my mom always had too much time. My mom was always
Yeah.
around. My mom was always praying. My mom was like that prayer mom, like
Mhm.
always praying. I always knew what was going on, even though I thought I was getting away with it.
Yeah.
Like she knew. And
That's
so
cool.
for that, I'm super grateful for how she did and the good she taught me. She always wasn't allowed to speak English in the house, had to speak only Portuguese. But
That's good though.
now I thank her because now,
You know.
yeah, now I
You
speak
can
it.
teach your kids.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, it's tough to teach them because I mean, like now I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm what, second generation now, right?
Yeah.
Like, so to them it's harder. But for that, you know what I mean? Love you, mom. Very grateful for that. She watches. By the way, why she
Yeah.
called me earlier was because
She
she's
was
like,
watching.
oh, no, yeah, because she was like, why did you say that about me? Da, 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 da. That's not true. That's not what I said. And I
Oh,
was like, no, you misunderstood me.
okay.
And that's what she was like. Yeah, my mom's super funny. She's always like, I post an episode, she's watching, she's calling me. She's like, hey, that was awesome, but change, you said this is this. I don't think that's
Right.
what you meant. So make sure you say it better next time. Go watch it. So she's like,
Oh gosh.
but she's awesome person. I'm a person. I do better under pressure than I do with
Right.
no pressure. If there's no pressure,
Yeah, that's how I am too.
like I like because I'm 100%. So if I can't go 100%,
Yeah,
I'm gonna come off like a try hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, which is okay, but
that's cool.
yeah. And your mom too. I mean, like even though she passed away and everything, and even those hard things, I told a couple of my friends this, like, even though sometimes you see that bad, like, oh, my mom's evil, she did this, and that. I'm like, doesn't make her evil, dude.
Right.
The Lord just showed you what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And think about the good she did, though.
Right.
You know what
I
I mean?
think my mom passing away actually made me the person who I am today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even more than just if she would have stick around. I think my life would have been different.
Got it.
Yeah. So I think there's all for a reason,
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. We might not understand our plan, his plan.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
God's
is.
plan.
It's like there is a bigger goal. There's an end goal.
Yeah.
I think of it as business. And, I don't think of it that like
Yeah.
stupid, but you understand what I'm saying.
I know what
God
you're
has an
saying.
end goal.
Yeah.
Why does it say in the Bible all the time until this is finished?
100%.
Until all this is finished. There's
Mhm.
something, because God could stop everything right now. So something else is going on.
But guys, God bless you guys. We got to wrap up. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe. And guys, be ready for part 2 coming out soon. Probably 2 weeks from now. We're going to get the other one recorded soon. So God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Well, beginning of your weekend because it's a Friday.
Right, yeah.
And guys, as always, keep the faith flowing.
Keep the faith flowing.
God bless you.
I'm new with this.
You remembered.
Hey,
See?
hey. It's like Italian. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Here's the fly. Through every trial, come one man. With his grace, the journey never ends. Built on